Hi everyone, welcome to Human Development. My name is Anna Coles and I'm excited to be your instructor for this course. Wanted to go ahead and give you some very important announcements for this week. I've also included written announcements for you in case that's a better format for you. A couple things to start. Go ahead and start when you go into the course and look in your home tab. That's going to be kind of your home base where you're going to move within the course from there. I always recommend that you return to hello students, please start here, regardless of the week that you're in, because it will take you to the entire week, the entire course. It's a great place for the how-tos. It explains attendance, participation. The IDS form is there for IDS 100, and the notary form is there as well. Additionally, the rubric is there for how I will be grading all of your assignments and your discussions and responses. Please really take a moment to pay attention to those things because that is exactly how I'll grade you. Just to go over participation, you need to post once on Wednesdays for the first discussion question every week by 11:59 p.m. I do take off points if it's late. You also need to post your second assignment post by Saturday, no later than 11:59 p.m. And then you have to do 3 additional posts in response to classmates. Now, if a classmate is behind on their posts or they're not making those posts, go ahead and make those posts anyway. There is a section in Hello Students, Please Start Here called Materials Needed for Success, and it will have other articles and other readings that you can go ahead and just make an additional post off of. You can add other ideas that you've had. You're welcome to just post something tied in from the chapter or ask me some questions. However, it's really important to note that your Wednesday post and your Saturday posts that are discussion question 1 and discussion question 2 have to be a minimum of 250 words. And yes, I do check this. So I would suggest creating your post in a Word document so you can see how many words it is and then copying and pasting it onto the website. Additionally, when you do your reply to classmates, it's always helpful to say hi and then the person's name so they know who is being responded to, and then to always sign your name at the end because we're practicing netiquette and being polite online. We don't use all capitals as that comes across as shouting. And for those separate 3 posts, you need to do them, all your posts need to be done across, I believe, 3 different days of the week. So, and I need to check on this. It may be 5 days in the week, but I believe it's 3. So check on that. Be careful on that. And the idea is we're trying to simulate a classroom experience where there's something new for everyone to check out each day, and then I'll be responding each day as well. And so those 3 responses to classmates or additional posts, if no one has posted, need to be a minimum of 150 words. Again, I suggest using that Word document so that you can see the word count and then pasting it online so you're getting credit for that. So I will detract participation points. So basically, let me back up. Your posts, your discussion question 1 post for Wednesday and your discussion question post on Saturday, those assignments are worth 5 points each, and I'm looking for that they were on time, that you gave an interesting thought and actually thought about the question and didn't just rush through it. I'm looking for that you use page numbers and things like that, quotations, and that you're helping us to think deeper about these issues. You can include some personal life experience, but you need to show me that you read the text, and that should be evident in there. And then for your participation points, that's 20 points per week. You're graded on that you did 5 posts, that they were the minimum word counts per what type of posts they were, the 250 for the 2 assignment posts and 150 for the 3 responses, that they were on time, that they were answered the question, that, if I ask you to bring in outside research, that you did that. So I will detract points in there based on that. So make sure you're paying attention. I know there's a lot of details, but we're trying to make it run as smoothly as a regular classroom, and these are the requirements for all the online courses. These are not made up by me. So the only thing that I'm specific about will be the rubric for how you do your original posts each week, your discussion post 1 and discussion quote post 2. Here on out called DQ1 and DQ2 to make it easy for us to communicate by. So make sure you check those things out. This week's topics are Introduction to Human Development and Biological Beginnings. That will be chapters 1 and 2 in your text. Our objectives this week are all throughout this text, we're going to be describing the developing person at different periods in the lifespan and learning important developmental concepts per section of the lifespan. And I want you to be able to recognize these things in various situations. How learners grow and develop, the patterns of learning and development at the different age stages. So you'll see in each chapter, they're going to talk about what Piaget says about each age range, how kids can think, how their thinking advances and changes from more concrete to more abstract. We're going to look at this across cognitive, linguistic, social, emotional, and physical areas. So we're looking at the total development of the human from conception all the way through death. And we're going to also be looking at any possible causes or sources of developmental change and reasons for any disturbances in the developmental process and how this impacts the developing human. So for instance, if they have a speech delay, how is that going to impact their reading, their writing? If they have a learning disability, how is that going to impact them? If they have a physical handicap, how is that going to affect them emotionally and socially and cognitively? So we'll be looking at all of those things. So this week, like I said, your assignment is to read chapters 1 and 2 in your text. Because we are only in 8 weeks, I will give you 2 chapters to read each week and sometimes 3. Just to keep up. And I try to make the end of the course not have 3 chapters as you're working on papers and things. So I really encourage you to keep up. People who fall behind tend not to do as well in these courses. So I encourage you to do whatever you have to do to get your work in on time. It can be a pretty heavy thing to catch up towards at the end. We will be having a Zoom meeting. Probably, I'll send you an email for the Zoom meeting once I have all your contact information. It will be within the first week or 2 to answer any questions and make sure you're on track. And then make sure on that homepage you're looking at the syllabus. There'll be a printable copy of the syllabus so that you can actually follow that along. I actually prefer a hard copy of a syllabus myself, so I thought you guys might like one. And it lists the assignments and things for each week. And it also is going to give you, you have a presentation due that is a PowerPoint. Sorry, I couldn't find the word. A PowerPoint presentation for one of the chapters. So this week I'll be sending those out. So, and then there's a sample PowerPoint presentation that I made for the chapters. I believe I did it for chapters 1 and 2, so it'll also be good like notes for you. So I'll tell you which week you're in charge of, and then you'll email that to me, and then I'll post it in Materials Needed for Success so that by the end of the course, if we have enough people, there should be PowerPoints for each week, which will help people with like having notes. But that'll be 100 points of your grade and is a big project, so go ahead and check that out now so you're familiar with that. So the rubric's in there, as well as the assignment details and a sample project, so you know exactly what I'm looking for. And then there's also your final paper. I believe it's due week 8. It's called an ageism paper, where you'll have to actually work with a live elderly person, and you'll be going through all the stages of the developmental process with them and writing a report on it. And there's a lot of other details in that paper, so make sure you're familiar with that now and looking to see who you can pick to do that. And before you pick a person, make sure you read the requirements of that paper. And then I've also included links to OWL Purdue so that you can be appropriately citing whenever I do ask for APA format. You will need to post an introductory video today in the link Meet Your Classmates. Please do not put it in this section. You're going to want to put it in Meet Your Classmates. And one of your responses to a classmate can count towards one of your 3 posts, as long as it's at least 150 words and stretches our thinking. You could tie it into the text or something. You also need to download, print, and email back your notary form, and that's on the home page as well, a link for that. And then you have 2 short assignments this week. One is to watch a very short video clip of Erik Erikson's 8 life stages, to write a brief description of what they are, and then to give an example of them, I believe, in your own life, to get you in the habit of looking for this when you're doing your ageism paper. And the directions are in assignment number 1. And then your second assignment is to look up a twin study and briefly share what you learned about it, and then tie it into a couple things from the text. So make sure you read that carefully. So this week's a little heavy, just because you need to check out a lot of the information to be successful, but after that it should lighten up a little bit. So bear with me. And this week is designed to get you off to a great start and give you all the information that you need. And then keep an eye out in your ACU email, because I frequently will email you through ACU to let you know if you're behind in something or need to catch up. And you can also be, I upload grades pretty quickly, so you want to be checking your grades and seeing if you have any questions for me. So you guys hopefully are off to a great start. Please don't be intimidated. If you have any questions, let me know. Any prayer requests, there's a forum for prayer requests. There's also a forum for general questions that you have that other classmates may have. So feel free to post those in there. Other than that, please reach out to me by email if you have any questions, and note that you can sign up to have a notification sent to you anytime there's activity in the classroom, which I recommend, because then you're going to be seeing when someone's posted and you have a chance to go in there and respond to them and get that off your list. So stay organized. That's the key to success. You can do this. I believe in you and can't wait to meet you and work with you. Blessings.